Alright, so as you can see, I smeared the JB weld on, and it did not cover the hole. I tried many times. I even tried pressing the spatula flat against it, and that did not work. If you look inside, you can see that it has already dripped, and it is now sitting in the corner. So that is what I cannot have happening. So it looks like I'm going to be using more hardener, probably a 1.5 to 1, or I think I might try a 2 to 1 to see if it'll make it a little thicker. And yeah, so I'm gonna whip up that batch real quick, and a 1.125 to 1 does not work very well, so I will get right back to you. Alright, here is my next batch. Again, the white is the hardener and the black is the steel. As you can see, it's about, you can see the white's significantly larger. Yeah, you can see it bubbles up a little bit. We're gonna mix this batch, see if it's a little thicker than the last. So I'd say this is about like a 1.5 to 1.75, maybe even 2. So let me mix it up. Let's see how it comes out. Alright, so put that on too. Same thing. Cannot get it to evenly stay across the hole. It dripped well within. So I got the JB quick weld. I'm not gonna try it just yet. I think what I'm gonna do is, the issue is right when you mix it, it's still goopy and liquidy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make another batch. It's gonna be a 1-to-1 ratio, but I'm gonna let it sit on the cardboard for about an hour. See how it feels about an hour later, if it's a little thicker. And then if it isn't, I'm gonna let it sit maybe another hour, because this takes 4 to 6 hours to set in. So I think my best bet right now is just time. So I'm gonna make that up. I will get back to you in about an hour and let you know how it's going. Alright, here we go. That's about half and half again. Just gonna mix it up, let it sit for about an hour, and then I'm gonna clean this off so we can try it again. Alright, gonna mix it up now. Alright, so instead of 1 hour, I waited 2, and as we can see, it covered the hole better, but it's still dripping. So even waiting 2 hours is not even enough. Not even enough time. So this may have to wait 3 hours on paper. Or we're gonna try JB quick weld. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna whip up a quick batch. Alright. Made a batch of the quick JB weld. Put it on my part. This is not the real part, the fake part. It is dripping. This does take 6 minutes to get hard. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it like 5 minutes, and then try putting it on, because it's been about 3 minutes. It already looks like it's getting harder. Let me tell you, this stuff smells like ass. It smells terrible. So, you know, I have a fan going right now. The hardener smells terrible. So be careful when using this. It smells like an actual fart. So. Alright, we're gonna see how this is. Then I'm gonna try one more batch, and I'm gonna let it sit for a couple minutes. Then we're gonna try it on. I think that's gonna be the money maker, but we'll find out. Alright, I'm gonna let this one harden, then I'm gonna make that batch. See you soon. Alright, so after many tries at the JB weld with the fast drying one, and the slow drying one. I have tried to make it so the drip isn't what I have to worry about. So I fabricated this piece of plastic, which I cut out of this. I don't exactly know what it's called, but it's hard plastic. It's pretty heat resistant. So, you know, I cut out a little piece. There's a lot of filing and cutting later. It kind of fits just perfectly. Hang on. Kind of fits just perfectly there to cover most of the openings to the seals, enough so that JB Weld won't be able to seep down through that crack. Actually, I think this moves up a little bit. There we go. So JB Weld won't be able to get through, and it's still in good working order. Let me see if I can show you. Hang on. Alright, so it's not tacked down, but this will fully open and close without being obstructed by the plastic. So that'll fully turn without touching it, while still the plastic is maintaining coverage over the holes. It's doing very well, actually. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna epoxy. I'm gonna use JB Weld to kind of get it in place and let that settle overnight, and then tomorrow I will JB Weld the whole top to get in all of these cracks, and then I'll have to make sure that it's covered, that it's able to keep moving. The great thing about JB Weld is that you can still sand it or file it when it's hard, so even if it's sticking up a little bit, I'll be able to file away the parts I don't need. Like, I just need it down in there, maybe a little bit up here and a little bit down here, but for now we got the plastic piece put in. This is just the best option. The JB Weld drips too much. Even the fast settling one, I couldn't get it with good timing, so I decided to just make this. I will probably finish this up tomorrow, as it is about 1:30 right now. I'm pretty tired, so I'll finish this up tomorrow. And alright, so it was nighttime. I made another batch of the longer lasting, more heat resistant JB Weld, and covered that plastic piece with all the holes. There was a hole there, a hole there, there's one in there, so those are all covered now. The part still moves freely. It's gonna be kind of hard to show, but it'll move completely. So now I'm just gonna put it back in the throttle body, and we'll hope it's good. So again, I used, at the end of all this, I cut out a piece of plastic. I filed it down. I then JB welded it in place, and then covered it in the better JB Weld. So if you're looking to do this in the future, it's a pretty simple repair. It took a while to figure different things out, but I do suggest doing it yourself, or if not, you can send it to me. I will happily do it. We can talk about how we're gonna get it here and all that. I am just a kid, only 16, but I don't know, I think I have this pretty figured out, so just a heads up, I don't want you to think I'm like this crazy mechanic. I'm just a 16-year-old working on his Lexus. So far this looks good. I'm gonna get it all back together and we'll see how it goes. So it's been a few days since I put the part back in, which you can see is right back here. It works amazing. I've just yesterday drove this car about 2 hours, had no issues with throttle. I continuously checked my OBD-II reader for the P1120 code again. Did not pop up. So if anything happens, I'll make another video, but as of right now, it seems that it worked. So again, what I did is I took the throttle body off, and if you want me to make a video on that, I'll make it. It's very easy. I then took off this back part, which connects to the throttle cable, and there's a little motor on the inside, so the sensor was bad. So from there, you have to crack open the white, like fiberglass, I think it's fiberglass. You have to crack that open, and you'll see the 4 solder joints. So what happens is that those will crack, and it'll cause it to not work properly. So you have to resolder those. So that's what I did. I cracked it open, and I took my desoldering gun and desoldered the joints, and then resoldered them, and that's what fixed it. And then the video I made is just to show how to cover that up the best way that I found it. I mean, if there's any other way that you have done, please let me know. So again, so far so good. Everything works, and I'm very thankful for that. Now on to the next problem. Here's full car, but yeah, I will keep you updated on how it goes.